What is the JavaScript prototype chain and how does it work? Imagine you have a family tree where each member passes down traits to the next. In JavaScript, objects are connected in a similar way through something called the prototype chain. This chain helps objects share properties and methods without copying them all over. When you create an object, it has an internal link to another object called its prototype. This prototype can have its own prototype, forming a chain that continues until it reaches an object with no prototype left, usually called object prototype. When you try to access a property or method on an object, JavaScript first checks if that property exists directly on the object. If it doesn't find it there, it follows the link to the prototype and looks again. If it's not there, it keeps following the chain up to the next prototype. This process repeats until the property is found or the chain ends. If the property isn't found anywhere, JavaScript returns undefined. For example, when you make an object using a constructor function, that object inherits properties and methods from the constructor's prototype. If a method isn't on the object itself, JavaScript looks up the chain to find it on the prototype. This way, multiple objects can share behaviors without each one having its own copy of the same code. Built-in methods like toString are available on almost all objects because they are defined on object prototype. When you call toString on an object, JavaScript finds it through the prototype chain. This chain also explains how property shadowing works. If an object has its own property with the same name as one on its prototype, the object's property takes priority. You can create an object with a specific prototype using object_create. This method sets up the link explicitly, giving you control over the chain. The prototype chain is key for inheritance in JavaScript, making it easier to reuse code and build object hierarchies. Knowing how the prototype chain works helps you write better, more memory-efficient code. Instead of copying methods into every object, you put shared functions on prototypes. This makes your code cleaner and faster. It also helps you understand how JavaScript's inheritance differs from traditional class-based languages. In simple terms, the prototype chain is how objects inherit properties and methods from other objects. It's like a family tree that allows objects to share behaviors and keeps your code organized. Understanding this chain is essential for mastering JavaScript objects and writing effective web applications.